and you've got to pay for all those services that you're not even getting anymore.
Do you ever think as well, like this is what I was thinking about before when we were talking about the minimum wage going up and whatnot? You know how we have certain tax brackets? Do you reckon that's a way for them to increase the amount of tax that they're making? Because the more money that we make, the more tax that they make?
Well, that's how it works. Yeah, it's a domino
But do you
effect.
think that's what they're trying to do, though? Slowly increase it so that they can claim more on tax from us each year? I don't know enough about that. That's why I'm asking if you know much about it, because that was what I was thinking before was.
All I know
they're just getting money from us in all manners. So when we're paying our rates, that's what's left over after paying our tax. And tax has gone up and rates have gone up, but the quality of what we're getting in return from the councils aren't going
It's
up.
a lot worse than it used to be.
Yeah, I've always thought that if you were on the winds and you were capable of doing so, that community service should be like something that they utilize, and like you can do like 10 hours or something like that a week. And if everybody around the country on that went out and did that, the whole country would be beautiful. Our tourism would bloom. Would have a lot of attraction, because we'd have the that green Aotearoa is the concept of when you go overseas. Like I've been to Thailand and been, in Singapore and Australia. When you look at the tourist brochures and that, and you're coming to New Zealand, it's sold on being clean and green. But then, like, we've got the Manawatu River out there that's like the worst polluted river in the Southern Hemisphere. So it should just take a community, and that type of aspect, if that was incorporated, would keep the country clean, and then tourism would go up.
Yeah, I guess, but it's just, it's still, like I say, everything's just going up and up and up and up and up. And cost of living is just going up and up, and we're not getting any income to cater for it. It's going way ahead of any income anybody makes. So it's got to the stage now, like a person, if they didn't have help from mum and dad or something like that, a young person, they go out, get hitched, go and get married and things like that, and they've got to rent out a house because they haven't got any money at the moment. And if you're paying like the going rate $500 a week, and you're only getting sometimes mum has to stay home, she might be having the kids, or there might only be one income. It used to be one income. Father went out to work, mother stayed home as a housekeeper, and you lived quite comfortably on the wage that the father got. But it's impossible these days.
It is impossible.
And how are you ever supposed to save for a home when
you're surviving?
You only survive week to week. You can't.
Yeah. We're going through that at the moment because I earn too much. We can't claim any subsidy in regards to childcare.
Yeah.
And we did all the calculations, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna.
I thought that changed recently.
Yeah, I don't know, but they screwed it over. They said, yeah, you're user eligible for this, and then because we received child support from Jaden for Ivy, they then redacted that and said, no, you're not. You're not eligible for it.
I thought it went up recently. There was a recent change to it. You want to look into it anyway.
I think that's why Shania started reapplying for it. But then, I don't know what happened. But
I don't know.
As you earn more, you get more taken from you. It's shit. It's a shit fucking cycle.
It is a struggle, and if that keeps going, well, it's just going to get worse.
Well, New Zealand's actually coming on the other end of a recession. Before we jump into something, I just want to plug this as a new piece of clothing. This is shout out to Care Design Uptown in Foxton, our local over there. This is the first sample mock-up of my album merch that we've got coming in some point in the near future, and we've got some awesome merch on display up on here. You can go get that at makingastatement.co.nz. You can read up more about our podcast, and you can reach out to us as well on Facebook, Making a Statement Entertainment. G-Dad, I've got some rapid fire questions. Well, they don't have to be rapid fire answers, but I feel like they might have a good conversation behind it because of your lifetime, right? So 77 years, there's a lot of skepticism out there about beliefs and stuff. And like you were saying, and like we were talking about, it was hard to get any news back in your day because there's no television, there's no internet, you couldn't get immediate answers, so you're just hearing things and believing it. have you ever had an encounter that's led you to maybe believe in aliens? That's a good question.
Well,
Don't fucking laugh at me.
Fuck.
Fuck off. I want to know.
Yeah, I married one.
To clarify, Gran was a citizen of Britain, and she never got her citizenship here in New Zealand.
No, I thought she arrived in a spaceship.
Yeah.
But anyway, apparently it was a Rangatiki. She arrived in 1958. She arrived from England. But
And that created me in the long run.
Yeah. So no, I've never, but I'm skeptical. But like, it's hard to imagine. Like, the galaxy is so big out there, space is so big that all the sand on a beach, each grain is a planet out there, and that's how big it is. It's just monstrous, just everlasting. Nobody knows really anything about it. We're trying to find more and more as we go, but it's hard to imagine that Earth would be the only planet with life on it.
It is hard to imagine. And I see things actually pop up on my Facebook so often now where it's like, new planet identified, Zubog We2YZ. And it's like, this maybe has water on it. And it's like, I just don't even care anymore because this shit just, where's the aliens? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, but now we're going to be even more confused because with the new AI, artificial intelligence, you're not going to believe what you see on television or anything,